Hi, this is Greens Monitor, where I do predictions of the future. If you'd like me to do prediction of you, let me know in the comments below. Just a reminder, we do lives here on Saturdays and Sundays at 10 a.m. Central and Tuesdays and Thursdays at 5:30 p.m. Central. So make sure you mark it down on your calendar so you don't miss out. Yes, people are talking about BTC 18,000. We'll get into that a little later. Let's get started with the card of the day. Now, this is from the Universe Has Your Back deck. It says, in any moment, I can surrender to the powerful presence of love through prayer, contemplation, and stillness. Very nice. There's the artwork for everybody to see. And that's from the Universe Has Your Back deck. Very nice. We picked it up a while back when we're buying some crystals and things. Okay, let's get into the first subject for today. Somebody had asked the question about zksync. Whatever this is, probably some type of cryptocurrency. Thank you, sweetie. I forgot the lights. Now you can see me. Oh, it's wonderful. Lots of people coming on to the TikTok. Hello, everybody on TikTok. So let's have a look at zksync. Now, I'm assuming that it's a cryptocurrency of some sort. It seems that the health of it isn't the greatest for the next little while. I'm going to be putting it into from now to a year from now. And it does seem that many of the things that are going on behind the scenes aren't favorable to anybody, even themselves. Okay. We do have our wonderful little friend here, the good old death card. I'll show the people on TikTok. There we go. So a whole lot of work is going to be getting into this particular cryptocurrency moving forward. And death doesn't always necessarily mean death. Okay. Just means an abrupt change in direction. So if you're going forward, you're going to go way back in a snap of the finger. So for this particular cryptocurrency, I think it's not too healthy, or won't be that healthy into the future coming up. So probably one that I would probably stay away from unless you're crazy. Well, I'm not. Well, I might be crazy, but you may not be crazy. Be totally sane and get into this and do okay. But for me personally, I don't think I would get into this one according to the cards anyways. Yeah. People that are involved in this think it's the cat's meow, and then it kind of goes sour in about a year or so. So it could be one of these, goes really quickly, then dissipates very, very quickly as well. There's a lot of cryptocurrencies that do that all the time. So looks great in the beginning. Once you get into it, and it's done. Okay, so let's get into the next one. Blocktopia price. Now, I don't actually see prices exactly, but let's have a look at Blocktopia. I think it's a game of some sort. I think I did look at it a long time ago. It looked interesting. It was kind of meta thing going on there. But let's have a look. Now, it seems that the health of this seems to be doing okay. I think it's going to be one of the ones that does survive everything that's going to be going on for its category. So if it's a meta or a 3D world thing, I think it's going to be one of the ones that does survive everything that's going to be going on in the next little while. It's going to have a lot of little victories along the way. Price wise, I guess the people are wanting to know the price. I don't think the price is going to be all that favorable for people looking to make lots and lots of money for the next little while. But I do, well, it just means it's going to go down low where it's nice to buy some cryptocurrencies at a good price. Okay. Bargain basement prices for the next little while. And I do see that it's going to be changing very, well, a year or so from now to where it's doing okay. So we do have that wonderful death card on the people that are associated with this one, but it's upside down. So something that they're going to be going through some situation that they're going to have a lot of trouble, and the price is going to be coming down. Blah 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 blah, and people think it's the greatest thing, and then it falls from grace, and then there's a group of people that come in and they switch it around and actually do well with it. Okay, but I do believe it's going to be one of these things you're going to have to be patient with. Okay, so hopefully that answers all the questions about Blocktopia. Banking. Well, there's some little bit of reports of people just losing their bank accounts not that long ago in the United States. I haven't heard anything from Canada, where I live, about people losing their bank accounts. So we got a question on TikTok. Would you rather that baloney again? Where was that? A lot of people are getting kicked out of banking accounts in Canada. If you live in Canada or the UK, I think is starting this now. If you start to use your bank account and get cryptocurrencies out of an exchange, they can turn you off like that. This is why you have to be very, very careful out there while purchasing your cryptocurrencies with your bank account, like on an exchange. Here in Canada, be careful. Okay, you have to go around that particular situation here in Canada, and I think there's other parts of the world that's starting to do that because they can just turn your bank account off at a moment's notice. And if you look at the fine print of your banking contract, here in Canada, they can shut you off just by looking funny. Okay, if they say, nah, he's no good, turn it off. So be very, very careful out there when you're purchasing your cryptocurrency. Look for other avenues on getting cryptocurrencies, not necessarily through the bank accounts. Okay, so let's have a look at this situation going on with people losing their bank accounts in the United States. And what's actually going on there? Okay, it could be part of the thing that we were predicting not that long ago in a past show, where a lot of the banking cartel is falling flat on its face. And depending on what kind of bank account you have, if it's a smaller bank that you're dealing with and it doesn't get bailed out or bought up by a bigger bank, a lot of the banking industry will take your money to pay off their bills. And I remember I told you all that would be happening very, very soon. And I'm thinking that is what's actually happening now, just not all at once. Okay? Because we were picking up that it was supposed to be around June 30th. And that's basically what the banking cartel behind closed doors, which somebody was filming for our benefit. That was part of the meeting, is that sometime in June that they would pull the stunt where you would get the haircut, and then where they take your money, pay off their bills, and they might pay you back. Maybe. Okay? So I think a lot of that is starting to happen already, and it's only April. Okay, so let's have a look at the banking situation. And if you like my thumbnail, my wife was kind of laughing before the show. No bank for you. And if you get that joke and where it comes from, put it in the chat. Okay. So looking at the banking situation on the cards, I think the health of the banking industry is going to be coming to an end very, very soon. Okay. Oh, somebody's Barton was just saying IBC Bank has notified their customers that they are not allowed to buy cryptocurrencies according to their terms of service. We have the same sort of thing, so be careful. Okay. So getting back to the bank, you have to remember everybody who's in power and is losing power would do everything to stay in power. This is why they're fighting us on all fronts. Okay, in the cryptocurrency world, like I said previously, first they ignore you, which they did. Then they laugh at you, which they did. Then they fight you. That's where we're at now, right? Every time you turn on the cryptocurrency news, the SEC and the banking cartels are going at us like crazy. Okay, we're going to shut this exchange down. We're going to do this, and this is from a stance of weakness. The only reason they're doing this to us in the cryptocurrency world is from weakness. If they were coming from a stance of strength, they would go, yeah, whatever, do your cryptocurrencies. But because they're coming from a stance of weakness, okay, this is why they're doing all the things that they're doing. Remember that, okay? So the banking situation is going to get worse and worse until, especially in the United States, that they're going to be discontinuing the Federal Reserve note. Okay, it's not done by the government, and the Federal Reserve is not part of the government. A lot of people don't know that. The government can issue their own currency. Okay, so they're going to try this CBDC thing first. It's going to fail, especially in the United States. At least not all the states would be on board with that moving forward. So the next option would be to bring out a new currency. And that would have to be through the United States government for a short period of time. And I do see 7 years with that on that track. Meanwhile, gold, silver, cryptocurrencies will start taking hold on the situation because everybody would have lost interest or faith in the banking system. And every time you turn on the news, people are losing faith in the established systems that we have. And this is basically what the cards are saying to my right here. And of course, we have that death card. Okay, with the banking industry. So it will have an abrupt change in the next month or two. So June, July, we're going to start to see those huge changes. We're already starting to see them now. Okay. So I know, well, what's the price of this? Who cares? Get to cryptocurrency and protect yourself, please. And get your gold and get your silver and just keep it out of the system until they figure themselves out. Okay. Once they figure themselves out, you buy back in and use the new currency. Okay? Not rocket science. Now, money-wise, I think that's pretty much what they're going to be doing. They're going to get rid of the Federal Reserve in due time in the next 2 to 3 years because it's not working. And then the governments are going to be issuing their own currency, which they have the right to do. Okay, so that'll be the next step. But between those, they're going to try to introduce the CBDCs in the United States, and then that will fail, and then they will issue their own currency from the government. People that are involved in this, there's going to be a lot of new partnerships, especially with the white hats coming up with the banking industry and straightening all that situation out. That's why all the information about all the wrongdoings of the banking industry is coming out in the public eye. Okay, so just be prepared. Get your cryptocurrencies. Who cares about the price right now? Just buy them. Protect yourself. Protect your wealth. Okay? Get your gold, get your silver, put them to the side, and let the banking system collapse. You don't have to go down with the boat, right? So there you go. That's our little rant about the banking industry. Okay, hopefully that helps you out. Okay, for this Sunday show, we have our remote viewing show where we practice our abilities. Okay, practicing our remote viewing skills, using your psychic abilities more and more and more as we move along. Utilize them in everyday life. Okay, we probably do, but don't understand that we are actually doing, or not aware that we are actually using them on a regular basis. I did it today with the boss, and I went, because of our new boss that's coming in. His boss's boss. Too many bosses. Anyways, so improving your ability through remote viewing. Okay, what you're going to be doing is you're going to take a nice clean piece of paper and you're going to put the number down. That's our remote viewing target number. So it's for our friends on TikTok, it's 3614-0661. Okay, so you can write that down, and then you're going to go using all your psychic abilities. What's the texture? What color is it? What smell does it have? What taste does it have? What's the shape, the size? How big is it? How small is it? Where is it on the planet? What's the emotional feeling that you get from it? So you're going to go through all those things, describing the target as best as you can using your psychic abilities, which we all have. Okay, just you're only as psychic as you allow yourself to be. Okay, and with that knowledge, you can keep working on it. It's like a muscle. You got to keep using it, and it'll become where it becomes automatic. Okay, over time. So there's this Sunday show, so don't miss out at 10 o'clock a.m. Central. So let's get into the chat. A lot of banking things going on. Cards, please. $5. Thank you for the super chat. Tax agencies are weakening. Question. What's the best to do this financial year, file or not? Well, if you're a Canadian, I think all of the tax revenue people went on strike not that long ago. I had a friend at work was telling me he drives past one of the offices and they're all picketing already. It's not that far from us, actually. he lives in Transcona as well. So, anyways, so if you're Canadian, I would still do the taxes because you don't want to be caught with your pants down. But let's throw some cards down, see what's going to be happening with that situation moving forward. Okay. Yeah, a lot of governments, non-essential government agencies are going to be going on strike soon here in Canada. Well, at least Winnipeg, anyways. So they are going to be getting what they want when they want. They're doing it at tax season, so that's the smart thinking on their side. That means the government is not going to get their money that they waste on stupid things. But the people that are going to be picketing are going to be getting exactly what they want or very, very close. Money-wise, okay, we got that Ace of Pentacles, meaning that, yes, they get exactly what they want on that front. Yes, do your taxes, send them in. They will be getting done. Never try to cheat on your taxes because the only thing governments are good at is killing people and collecting taxes. That's the only thing they are good at. Everything else is questionable. Okay? So answer to your question, yes, file. It may take a long time for it to be gotten to, especially if they owe you money. When you owe them money, they want it like that, right? But once you put your taxes in, your file, your income tax, it'll be done in due time. And I think they're going to be fixing all the situation very, very quickly because the government needs their money. Okay, so hopefully that answers your question. Well, 18,000, I know. Now, a lot in the beginning, I thought, it's going to go down slightly, and everybody was talking about it and I said, well, if it does go down low, I think the number was actually lower than the 18,000 American. People are saying 12 and 14. I go, it's not going to get down that low. Okay. It still might. April's still going. I think for the Americans, what it's at 30,000. I could see it getting down to 18, 19, 20,000 in that area, but it's going to be very brief. As things keep moving along, okay, and there's going to be some scares from the SEC and all the regulatory companies that are out there. There may be little scares here and there, and that may very well bring the price down quite a bit. But it's only going to be brief. Okay, people get spooked. I had a person email me the other day. Don't do those knee-jerk reactions. Okay, stay strong. Keep your cryptocurrencies in a safe place like a Trezor wallet or Ledger Nano. Not on the exchanges. Holy crap. And don't do knee-jerk reactions. Okay? I think the universe is still sorting this out. This is part of our awakening. Okay? To be strong. Even though it still may come down. Okay? But it will win in the future. Okay? First they ignore you. Then they laugh at you. Then they fight you. And then you win. Okay? Keep those in mind. And if you're still keeping your money in the banking industry, you might want to reconsider that. Not financial advice. And this is done for entertainment purposes only. Okay, so hopefully that answers your question. Will lithium finance crypto reach $2 to $3 US or more in the next 2 to 3 years? Hmm. Uh, Health wise, I think they're going to be doing okay for the next 2 to 3 years. I think they're going to be on, they're very strong overall health wise. We've got a lot of new partnerships coming. Money wise, I don't think they're going to be quite getting to that $2 to $3 US in that period of time. But people are going to be keeping strong with it overall. People that are involved in it, they're going to be very involved in it emotionally. Okay. We got that Ace of Cups thing going on. And they're going to be actually overturning many of the nonsense that's going on behind the scenes with lithium finance and moving it forward. I do see some white hat activity with this one, and that could be one of the platforms that they do a lot of their good work through. Okay. And there's going to be a lot of good partnerships and friendships that are going to be building from lithium finance. So it's a good crypto platform overall to get involved in. Okay. So hopefully that answers your question. Will aurigami, origami, is that correct? Yeah. Origami? Crypto reach $2 to $3 US or more in the next 2 to 3 years. Now, Dilly did very good last Sunday show, so maybe he should answer those questions. He did rather well with the remote viewing. Now, origami, I think, is going to be coming into some big problems coming up. You got that 3 of Swords, which is not a really good card to get for any part. This is the health of this particular cryptocurrency moving into the 5 to 10 year outlook. It may do okay for the next little while, but there's going to be a lot of confusion along the way, probably part way through. When you have that confusion, it's going to be tending to impact prices. So there may be some kerfuffle to do with all the regulating crap that's going on around the world for cryptocurrencies, and that can bring down the prices. And if they don't have the proper stuff in place to protect themselves, it can be very, very devastating for them moving forward. And I think that's what's going to be happening with this one in the near future. And they're going to be hung up on how to handle the situation moving forward. Okay. So they're going to have a lot of problems. So it's going to be keeping that price down, unfortunately, because of all that nonsense moving forward. And they will not know how to overcome many of those things going forward as well. And we're going to see a lot of people leave that particular cryptocurrency and moving on to other things. Okay. Hopefully that helps you out. Jen Petrovic. Hello. What to cash out some portfolio profits into 2024-25 once we reach all-time high? Gold, blue chip stocks like Coca-Cola, etc. to retain value. Well, there's a lot of blue chips, so I think you're going to see all-time highs, and getting into the scenario where I think, okay, why you're going to get to everybody's going to get to that point where why do I want to put it into cash? Because I think that in the next little while, cryptocurrencies are going to get so high that, and people will dislike money so much, is they're going to go, do I really want to put it in the US dollars? Yeah. So they're going to be looking for other things to put their crypto money in. This is when we're going to be having that big change over from Bitcoin and all the cryptocurrencies as a get rich quick scheme or betting into actual money that you would just keep it there. Okay. The big fluctuations that we've been going through for so long since the beginning of cryptocurrencies will stable out at some point in very, very soon. Okay. So it'll kind of just flatline and keep going up slightly over time. I don't think there's going to be any huge drops after that moment in time. So you would go, why am I going to put it back into cash when we can use cryptocurrencies for everything? And you can do that now. You can pay your bills. You can pay all your rent and all that with cryptocurrencies moving forward. Yeah, cash some out if you want to put it back into cash, and that won't be for 2024 during the halving coming up for Bitcoin. Okay. I think a lot of stocks are going to be going up very, very soon as the Federal Reserve stops raising interest rates and stuff like that. And unfortunately, they're going to have to start printing money again. This is where the fiat currency is going to be losing its value. Okay. Its purchasing value. So it's going to take way more. It's going to get to the Venezuelan heights of value. You know, in Venezuela, they don't count your money for the Subway sandwich. They just weigh it because it's faster. I've seen pictures. They just plop the money down and they weigh it. Oh, it's about right. And they scoop it off into a bin. That's how you buy things with cash in Venezuela. We're going to get very, very close to that. It's right now, it's best to keep your valuable assets outside of the system. Okay. Wait till they finish fighting and then buy it. And that's, I think, the best point forward. Okay. Hopefully that helps you out. Hi, Andre. I once asked Spirit, what's life all about? My answer was love. What say you? Yeah, that's perfect, actually. Love, light are kind of the same thing in my thinking. That is what life is about, is love. It's what all the movies are about, essentially. That love conquers all. Love, the light, which is love from the universal mind to us. So this is why it's so useful to create and fix and do all the wonderful things that the light energy can't do. Okay, so hopefully that answers your question. Hi, will May see China? Twain near war?
Will there be war in May between China and Taiwan? Is what it's supposed to say.
Okay. Damn, that spell checker's a bitch. No. A lot of posturing. Taiwan wouldn't have a chance. They can try to go to war with Taiwan, but I don't think they need to. Okay? All they got to do is like our missiles, like our military. See them over there? Maybe we should talk Turkey. They're using it as a scare tactic more than anything. Taiwan would not have a chance against China in a war, and the United States already stated that they wouldn't get involved with a war with China because it'd be ludicrous. Okay? Hopefully that answers your question. And if I'm wrong, you can just come with me to the other side and karaoke at my place on the other side every Tuesday. Hi, Andre. Can you do a 3-card reading on the price of Ethereum for April? I think it was today that they did their big change. They did their, what's it called? Where you can take your assets out of storage today. The first beginnings of that. And everybody thought the Ethereum price will sink down because everybody's going to take out their Ethereum all at once. And it's going to sink everything. But I think it's going to do much, much better than many of the other cryptocurrencies that are out there. Okay, overall. And of course, they got a waiting list or something like that to take your cryptocurrencies off if you want to. I don't know why you would want to, because it's making you money by staying in there. April, May, June. Yeah, pretty much steady. Ethereum price for April is going to be pretty steady. It's going to be doing what all the other cryptocurrency does. It's been like that bunking Bronco rider. Like I have said in the past shows, get your cowboy hat, get your spurs, hang on to that bull because it's going to be a bumpy ride. And that's what we have been experiencing as of late. And this is what all the other psychics and other analysts have been saying about this period of time that we would be going through. Okay, it's like if you watch the charts, and then at some point, I think some were saying June, May, June, July, somewhere in that period of time, then it's going to stop going up and down and just go straight up. And this, if you watch old videos of Cliff High, okay, that's what he was speculating. Right now, the silver and gold are actually doing exactly what he said years ago. His timing was off, but exactly what he said of what they're going to do are happening now. Now is the time for all that. So go back and watch all of Cliff High's old videos about cryptocurrency and track it to now, because he was a little early, but I think he was right on the money on how and the period of time when it would happen. Okay, so I think Ethereum is going to be doing very, very well in April. It's going to be riding along with the rest of the cryptocurrencies, and a little bit of a boost because they just did their thing today or yesterday. So you can take out your cryptocurrencies out of storage. In May, I think it's going to be a little bit flat. Probably some people do take out their cryptocurrencies for whatever reason, and then it's going to be going back up in the June, probably corresponding with all the other readings that we've done along the way. That we're going to have a little bit of a dip in May, June. It's going to start to go back up in a good fashion. Okay, so hopefully that answers your question. Hi, Smooth, Love, Potion, SLP. I'm assuming that's a crypto.
Yes, you've done it before.
Oh, okay. There's so many. It's hard to keep track of all my reading. What did I say?
I'm not sure.
Is it like Love Potion number 9?
I don't think it's very good.
Yeah. That's my first impression. It's like, it's okay.
People keep asking.
People keep asking. The wife is right. It's meh. It's okay. I think it's okay. I think the health of it is going to be okay overall. It's not really going to be doing anything spectacular. It might do something amazing in the very beginning and then kind of peter off as it moves along. And it's going to be very swift when it does happen. A lot of other cryptocurrencies that have come and gone have done the same pattern. And right now, with everything in crypto related, it's going up and down, up and down. You're going to see a lot of brand new cryptocurrencies coming out of the woodwork. Just to catch that wave and people not knowing, just buy Bitcoin or Ethereum. Will catch that wave and people get into it thinking they're going to get rich right away. Blah, 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 blah. That happens a lot. I think this is one of those ones. It'll do okay. I think overall you'll make some money, but nothing spectacular from it. Okay? Hopefully that answers your question. Hello, Andre. Do you see Cardano rising to $5 by 2025? What is it, 60 cents right now? I like Cardano. It's a great cryptocurrency, great project. They're doing a lot of great things behind the scenes. It's one of my favorites. But I don't think it's going to get to that $5 in that period of time. I do see $2 to $3 around there in that period of time. For whatever reason, I think everybody's going to be focusing on the larger cryptocurrencies till 2030. And then after that, all the other little cryptocurrencies will come into fruition, because you got to get all these people up to speed of what cryptocurrencies are around the planet and why they're beneficial. And then, of course, we're going through the banking crisis and all that sort of thing at the moment. And people are going to have to figure it out really quickly to preserve their capital. A lot of people are going to get poor because of the banking system, and they don't put their assets into the banking industry. So unfortunately, I don't see $5 by that period of time, but it'll be pretty close. Okay, hopefully that helps you out, Jay. When will the big bull run happen? Will Bitcoin hit all-time high? Yeah, and beyond. And it's going to be from now to the halving, so a year from now. It's usually what happens in Bitcoin. While it's getting to the halving, which is approximately a year from now, it'll go crazy around that period of time. Okay? And it's going to be like $100,000 at that moment in time. And then, if it follows what it normally does, traditionally, it'll come down to the old all-time high, which is for us in Canada was 90,000. So it'll go up to 125,000 approximately, and then come down to $90,000. So what's it now in Canada? It's $40,000. There you go. That's usually the pattern that it goes. I think it's going to be a little bit different this time around because of the banking crisis. This is why Bitcoin was created, for what's happening right now. Hopefully people realize that. I know a lot of people are going to be losing their shirts because they don't listen to things like this and they don't take action. And they do this knee-jerk reaction thing. So I think there's going to be a lot more people coming into the crypto space than past periods of time. Okay? Just because it's way better than the banking industry. Hopefully that answers your question. Layer Zero is launching a coin. When do you see it launching? I keep getting this. That was the feeling that I got when I read that. Yeah. The first card that comes up. Three of Swords. So something's going to be happening if before its launch date, whenever that is. It's going to be like 2030 or something like that before it actually does anything significant. Could be like that pulse chain. We're waiting, or whatever the cryptocurrency was that's supposed to be launching anytime now. Yeah, that's the first card that came up. So there's your goal and something coming between those particular things. Let's get some more insight on this particular cryptocurrency. It does look good overall. I do think they have high aspirations for what it's going to be doing. When it releases, I think they're going to be having to hold it back for whatever reason. I'm picking up. What do you pick up? Part of me is going no, and probably within a year. Hopefully. What's the sweetie say?
It doesn't sound good to me.
Huh?
It doesn't sound good to me.
Doesn't sound good to her. There you go.
Sounds sketchy.
Sounds sketchy. I think they're going to be having troubles probably on a more political or regulatory thing going on. The furthest things behind the scenes. One, I don't think it's going to be launching on time or anytime soon. Two, I think there's going to be some legal baloney, which is actually warranted behind the scenes for this particular cryptocurrency. And there's a whole bunch of other things that are going to be happening to it. So for me, it'd be stay away from this one. Okay. Hopefully that answers your question. Vancant and Bitcoin Black, please. So Vancant, which we've done readings for quite a bit. I still see a lot of victories. They're going to be getting over a situation that they are facing right now. And they're going to be overcoming that situation very, very soon. They're going to have a lot of little victories along the way. I think the price will go up, but it's going to be going up the rest of the pack like it is doing right now for the next foreseeable future until we have that breakout coming up. But its breakout itself won't be for some time. Okay? Where it acts independently from the rest of the cryptocurrency market, especially Bitcoin, because Bitcoin is the market or dictates what goes on with the rest of the market, usually. I think they're going to be doing okay after that period of time for the next couple of years. For Bitcoin Black, lots of emotions tied to this one. There's going to be a lot of partnerships. I think white hats are going to be doing something to it in the next little while as well. And they're going to be failing. Or whatever they were trying to attempt to do to it, I think they failed at that. I do see the price going up slightly and a little above what the rest of the pack is doing overall. And I think they're going to be getting into new territory when they do start to do their thing. Okay? Hopefully that answers your question.
There's a question on TikTok.
There's a question on TikTok. What was it?
Should DSA partner up with RB? They're two different people.
Oh. Okay. See if I can find it. There's a well back.
It's right there. Let me tell you.
At the very end?
Yeah.
Ah, thank you. Candy.
Yes.
Should DSA partner with RB? I'm thinking that they are going to, but they should. Okay. For some reason, there's something that's going to be coming along that's going to be stopping that merger for whatever reason. Even though it would be very beneficial to the both parties. And it's more of a decision from behind the scenes, more of a political thing behind the scenes. Even though they're would work well together, I think there's going to be something that's going to be coming between them. Okay, hopefully that answers that question. Shush. It flashed across my screen. Thank you. When I look up into the sky at night, it's not stars or UFOs, but like a drone satellite, something like that. What do the cards say? Our food producers are under 24/7 satellite surveillance. That could be. There's that World Economic Forum doing their thing. That's their next thing that they want to do is starve us to death. We can't vaccinate them to death. We can starve them to death. Shh, don't tell the YouTube that I said that. Okay. I don't think it's for it's for everybody, but I don't think it's just for the food producers themselves. I think it's more for watching everybody and everything that's going on around them in a surveillance state. You are correct. It's more, they're using drones now to keep watch on everybody. But they're getting to the point where they can't really do anything with that information that because their grasp of power is loosening around the planet. So we're going to be getting into this new age where, okay, the drone's up there, but there's not much that they can do with that information. They're trying to do that here in Canada, but it's going to be failing. Okay? It's going to be failing on a large scale everywhere around the world as we're watching France and Germany and many different countries around the world and what's happening there. World Economic Forum's losing ground, and they're at their wits' end, really. So Yeah, they're drones watching us, everything, not just the food producers. Okay, hopefully that answers your question. Has anyone seen the short animation called Beyond the Great Reset? Very well done, but scary. If they succeed, well, if they succeed, yes. If they don't succeed, yes as well. Because now we're all conditioned to think that all this stupid things from the World Economic Forum are going to be actually happening. But once they don't happen, then there's the scary aspect of building our own world from the ashes of that stupidity, which a lot of people will not like. It's part of the Great Awakening, rebuilding our world in a new way. It's not going to be fun. It can be fun. And it's not going to be easy, but it's something that we necessarily need to do. Okay? So, yeah, we'll try to get into that. It's probably on YouTube somewhere called Beyond the Great Reset. Thank you for that, Rosie. Good news from me. Found my lost coin. Excellent. Did I help you in that regards? If I helped you in finding it, thank you. I'm happy. Tone, TE food when you see big pump on it.
Tone is the ticker, it says.
Tone is the ticker. Okay. There's some things. It's going to be a little after the rest of the cryptocurrencies have pumped. There's again, but it's upside down. So there's some type of situation where it may not pump at a certain time. So it's going to be a little after release if it does, or if it's already released. But I don't see it for another month or two if it does get out there. Okay, so within a month on that one, there's some things that you got to do behind the scenes. Hopefully that helps you out. Last one. 3 cards, please, for daisy chains. Something that you've been currently doing and it's not beneficial to you because you're not looking at all the positive things in life that are around you. You're only looking at the negative things. Okay? So make sure you look at the positive aspects of what's going on around you instead of looking at all the negative stuff. Sometimes we get caught up in that situation. I think that particular situation that you're worried about is going to be taking an abrupt. I did shuffle, and he keeps coming up. Means an abrupt change to that particular situation for yourself. So once you stop looking at all the negative aspects of what's going on and look at the more positive and building upon those particular things, I think everything will change like that for you in the next little while. Okay? Hopefully that helps you out. Now, of course, for those people wanting to participate with us in Sunday show, there's the number for everybody to write down. And for our TikTok friends, there it is. Write that down quickly. Of course, on the Sunday show, I'll be revealing that again, and Saturday show for the Sunday show. So if you like a personal reading with me, make sure you go to zksync.com, which is scrolling on the bottom of the screen and right there. On the TikTok, it's in my bio. So all the information is there if you like to participate in that. If you like a personal healing from a Reiki healer, there's Healing with Yvonne, which is on zksync.com as well. All that information is there. If you like to protect your cryptocurrencies in the best possible way, we have the affiliate link to the Trezor wallet. So if you should happen to purchase one from that affiliate link, know that we make a little bit of money from that purchase. Okay, with that said, always a pleasure doing a show for you. I'll be back here on Saturday morning at 10 a.m. Central, so make sure you mark it on your calendar, and we'll have some fun then. So until then, make sure you like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the future. Bye-bye.